Man, right here, Swift and 86, coming back at y'all live doing another gameplay of Black Ops 7. Now, a friend of mine that I've been doing for like long time now, brother from another mother. Some of y'all probably would like to know what gun has the most recoil, what guns have less recoil, what guns are best to use in mid-game play. Okay, so let's start out. We have the assault rifles class. We have the Voyak KT3. That gun right there, I recommend that gun in mid-game. Especially on Nuketown. It's very good on Nuketown. It packs a punch. It packs a punch like zombies. When you're playing zombie, when you pack a punch your gun, it does pack a punch. It's good at long range, short range, mid range. It all depends on how you fire it all. Tap the R1 button, you can actually practice on it, etc. The ECGRT 17. Still doing my research to that gun, but at the same time, it's good in a way. I think it's more like a 3 or 4 round burst. It all depends on how far away or how close range you are. The Maddox RFB. The Maddox RFB is a damn good, excuse my French, is a really good assault rifle. Long range is good, but you have to know how to fire it off, especially when it comes to hip fire. Is really good, but short range you just have to know how to shoot, because sometimes at short range, depending on what kind of barrel that you have for that gun, it all depends on your momentum and how you release the trigger on that gun. But the Maddox is a really good assault rifle. The M15 Mod 0. To me, the M15, that is an extremely good gun. At first, it starts out like a little rusty, but then over time, when you build the gun up, you put the right attachments on it, it builds up, in better words. It's a really good gun to use in mid-game, because I've actually used that gun. I've actually did some damage with it. AK-27, really good gun. Starts off a little sloppy, but once you build the gun up, put the right attachments on it, etc., it does good short, mid, and long range. It actually packs a mean punch. MXR-17. Well, that gun right there it reminds me of the Scar 8. It also packs a mean punch. You just have to know how to hit your corners. You have to know how to hit at long range, depending on your attachments too, just as well. Now, most of these guns, short, mid, and long range, down to the MXR-17, it all depends on how you tap your trigger with the R1 button. It all depends on your long range, your short range, and your mid range. You have to know how to do it. Long range, give or take, you may bust about maybe 10 shots. Mid range, you may bust about maybe 4 to 5 shots. Short range, you're looking about 2 to 3 shots, give or take. The X9 Maverick. No, I'm not a really big fan of this gun, but at the same time, it's like saying let me try to shoot a fly on the wall, make sure I don't miss it. It differs, but with that gun, the DS-20 Mirage, that's a really good gun. You have to know how to use it. You have to know how to handle it, build the gun up. It can become very much dangerous. Peacekeeper. But back on Black Ops 2 days, that gun was overly powered. Of course, with a lot of these assault rifles, you get a whole lot of damage with the legendary version. But the Peacekeeper, it's not like the same as on Black Ops 2 days. It all depends. It still packs a mean punch. SMGs, I play with the majority of these. These can be really good guns, depending on how you build all these up. I'm not going to go through it. Shotguns, like I said, I explained that earlier. LMGs, I've explained these. Marksmans, have used some of these. Then this gun right here, the M34 Navalin, is actually a really good marksman. It packs a mean punch to the fullest. Long, short, mid range, but short range, you might want to be a little careful with short range, because short range, unless you're doing hip fire, you may get popped short range, but it all depends on how you get around your enemy. Long range, it packs a mean punch. The Warden. The Warden is almost like the Neverland, except for one thing about the Warden. You have to be very specific about how you pop somebody with the Warden, because the Warden can be a little tricky at times. Know how to handle your right, and know how to handle the R1 button. Know how to handle your trigger finger. The M881. We all know about the M881. Excuse me. The M881. The M8A1, it packs a mean punch, but it does have a lot of recoil to it. Whole bunch of recoil. If you're not careful about how you shoot the M8A1, the M8A1 has a really bad kick up problem. When you're shooting with it, it triggers up instead of going down. So you have a slight chance, you have a 1 in a million chance of hitting somebody dead in front of you. So you might want to put a suppressor on the front of it to keep your shot steady, along with a good foregrip that gives you good accuracy in the process. FMJ rounds do work for the M881. Just letting everybody know that. So far as the attachments, I will go with an attachment that actually has range on it, not too close up, not with the M881. Don't get something that is too far up on range. Get something that's actually mid-range, that way that you can see all your targets. Swordfish, I've done some damage with the swordfish. Make sure you stay at a distance with the swordfish. Swordfish at long range does damage. When you hit your target at long range, make sure you do not miss your target. But once you lock on with the swordfish, once you get used to it, this gun right here does a lot of damage. Point blank period. Sniper rifles, the Hawker HX. The Hawker HX, it looks big, but it has a really fast pickup. With the Hawker HX, you want to make sure that you actually hit on point at all times. Always hit on point. There's nothing wrong with horoscoping with the Hawker HX, because the Hawker HX packs a punch really deeply. You can put a recon sight, ACOG scope, iron sight, or like a reflex sight. No matter what kind of rectile that you're using, this gun right here packs a punch. VS Recon. VS Recon is a long, mid, and short range sniper rifle. You can do hip fire, you can do long range, short range, however you want to do it. It all depends on how you handle the gun. But I'm not gonna lie to you, the VS Recon does have a bit of a slow, quick scoping sway to it. It really does. Unless you have aimbot and you don't miss. But the VS Recon is good at long, mid, and short range. With the suppressor, it does take down the pressure off the gun, but make sure that you aim for the head. Long, mid, and short range. The short range with the VS Recon is actually good. As long as you got your crosshairs on, you can press R1, hip fire is good. The Shadow SK. The Shadow SK is a slow pickup. Almost like the XP Aura. Well, it's almost like the, not XP, excuse me, it's almost like the SVU of a Black Ops 2. The Shadow SK, when you pick up with it, make sure that you're going to hit direct. If you don't hit direct, you're going to get a hit marker. It all depends on your range, your accuracy, your hip fire, and it also depends on how you handle it too. Recon sight, reflex sight, MMS sight works for the Shadow SK. XR3 Ion. I say Ion because it says ION. Ion. That gun right here, this sniper rifle right here, it's like a RPG to me. You just have to know how to hit with it, and that's the least concern I want to say about that gun. So yeah. So anyway, let's get this right here started.
position. Secure the objective. Taking A.
Objective capture in progress.
Zone A secure. Bravo lost. Losing A. Underway on Bravo. Enemy CUAV established overhead. Securing C. Locking down Bravo. We're losing Alpha. We've lost all zones. Securing all zones. Alpha secure. Securing B. Losing A.